Straight out of Wakanda and into your hearts, is Black Panther shaping the future of Marvel? This is Movie Sense. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Movie Sense. I'm your host DJ Selby, and I have with me, as almost always, Justin Mua.
Hey, what's up, guys? You can catch me at Instagram at justinmua.com. Oh wait, justinmua.com. I wish I had my website. At justinmua on Instagram. Link should be probably right there, right below our table. So.
Awesome. Yep, that's where it's gonna be.
Out of frame.
Out of frame.
Out nowhere. And with me, to my right, Mark Flores.
Hey guys, Mark Flores here. You can find me on Instagram at Mark Modern Life to capture all the hilarious thing called my life on there. So you'll find that.
That's the same thing your mom said.
Yeah.
Anywho, moving forward, we are doing a special episode on Black Panther. Just came out this past weekend. Woo! This is exciting.
Oh gosh.
My hands go off to them because they have shattered the box office. $235 million, you guys.
Destroyed it.
Yeah.
This is crazy because when we compare this to Marvel's The Avengers, which was a top box office opener for Marvel, it was at 207 mil. 207 mil. We're at 235. This is insane. Avengers Age of Ultron, 191. So, I mean, this is a huge leap, a huge gap for Marvel with their new movie Black Panther.
Yeah, with that being said, it tops the opening weekend for any Marvel movie so far. So you're seeing a lot of people that don't normally watch Marvel movies come and participate for the box office totals here.
Absolutely. And this excites me because Black Panther, we all saw this movie this past weekend. This has been a great movie. Just so you know, we're not going to do spoilers here. We're not going to head into spoiler territory. But I will tell you that just hinting, director Ryan Coogler, who also co-wrote this movie, he co-wrote this movie with one other person. It was Joe Robert Cole. Yeah. And Joe Robert Cole and him, both black men who are dominant in this entertainment industry right now.
Yes.
I mean, they've done a lot on their own. They have the chops to handle this job. And Kevin Feige, he gave that free control to them. Yeah. As far as writing, as far as Ryan Coogler directing. Yep. So what we see from that is we see a good story be told. Yeah. And that's what happened in Black Panther. We saw a good story get told. Yeah. They did have to shy away a little bit from the comic in some aspects. What movie doesn't, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What movie doesn't? But they utilized the parts they had to shy away from to tell an even better story. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened with Black Panther. And I think that this $235 million is definitely attributed to such a highly praised movie for what it is in essence. And
you see the pace that Ryan Coogler's at. And so you're going to see... We may see him come back for another Black Panther movie.
Do you think you'll see him?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm very excited to see the diversity because that was something that was very lacking in the MCU. And character building with villains, definitely. Those two main things. Marvel, they're really good at giving, these directors that
aren't familiar in the comic universe, right?
Exactly. And then once they do something amazing, they're like, yeah, let's bring him in. I'm looking at the Russo brothers. Now they're doing Infinity War. Like, are you kidding me? That's insane.
Right. And the Russo brothers came from a TV show known as The Community. That was their creation, The Community. And now we're seeing just this skyrocket of different directors getting full reign. And that's what the future of Marvel holds right now.
Exactly.
Because of that. So with Black Panther, this isn't a tertiary movie. These aren't tertiary characters. These aren't sideline characters. These are integral parts to the franchise, to Civil War.
I mean, to the whole universe itself.
To the whole Marvel universe itself. It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, we're in 2018, and we're seeing a definite change of pace with the box office success of Black Panther, accommodated with an all-black cast. And man, they knocked it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park.
It's successful.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that what we'll also see moving forward is we'll see superheroes of different ethnicities, of different creed, different race, that's who they were. That's how they were created initially. They're not going to have to be, oh, well, we made this person African American now. You know, this was the character that was developed as already an African American or even an Asian superhero. I see this happening, you know, moving forward with the animated Spider-Man series. You know, we have Miles Morales.
With Miles
I mean,
Morales,
there's a lot of different things that are being opened up because of it. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, another thing that Black Panther does, besides, you know, giving a lot of directors creative control in the future, is, you know, impacting culture, especially American culture here.
Absolutely.
You know, because, you know, we're all trying to evolve and become better and become more aware.
True.
You know, and become more respectful towards one another. And, you know, this movie definitely did that.
Self-improvement.
Exactly.
Self-improvement.
And I think at this point, what better franchise or what better like intellectual property to do this than Marvel? It's grossing the most. It's grossing the most money out of all these movies that come out that try to do the same thing. But now I kind of feel that Marvel now has a responsibility to be that representative to break all these molds of old stereotypes and to actually make something new. Start a new trend.
Watching Black Panther, it was almost enlightening for me, you know, because now I'm like, wow, you know, definitely I can't wait till there's like an Asian superhero,
Right?
You know, and it's not even the fact that it's not a movie made just for, you know, African Americans or Africans and all that. You know, it's a movie made for everyone.
Yeah, anyone that can picture themselves within the same struggle.
Yeah.
And it is, in the movie itself, we won't go into too much detail, but it's more than just that. I mean, it is socioeconomic. They do have a lot of current time issues that they face. I mean, the main villain is representative of an extremist point of view compared to Chadwick Boseman characters, T'Challa, you know, of a more laid back point of view, which then he eventually becomes a little bit more middle ground with the extremist. And this is very socioeconomic. It's not just about race. This movie brings things forward, brings real story. Now, real quick, what I wanted to highlight too is that this movie does have one of the best villains that I've ever seen in any Marvel movie, and this is something Marvel struggled to do. Now we're seeing better villains. Now we're seeing better movies because of those better villains, better character development. So it's not just the Black movie. This is Black Panther, the movie, and this movie's kicking ass.
Yeah.
It is. As far as moving forward, like you said, we are going to get the directors from all different walks of life, different points in their career, whether it's indie movies, comedies. We're going to see more of those with free reign. I mean, just even looking at Captain Marvel moving forward, we have director Anna Boden, female director. She's co-directing this with Ryan Fleck. Anna Boden comes from an extensive background of different films, and that's mostly indie. She actually directed a really good movie that I loved. It's kind of a funny story with Zach Galifianakis, and that was a dramatic comedy. And so we're getting a director like that moving forward in the future. I'm excited to see what she's going to bring to Captain Marvel. I'm excited to see where Marvel's headed with this. As far as the future goes, I think that Black Panther just sealed the deal on how successful they can be when they're diverse like this.
Big time, because you have to consider a lot of things.
A lot of variables,
There's a lot of variables to consider. But Ryan Coogler knocked it out of the park. He had all the checks and balances taken care of. He brought in a great cast to accommodate all the roles they needed to do. And again, you're not having this issue where Ryan Coogler has to have stereotypical characters. There's not a cast listing where there's stereotypical characters.
Absolutely.
And like I mentioned earlier, Marvel is the right intellectual property to do this with, because all eyes are on Marvel now. And now we have a movie that's setting the precedent for that.
There's something important I want to say, and I think this is something that is current right now, is that there are people out there who do say, well, it's just a fictional movie, it's just a fictional character. Why do people get so excited for something like this? And I'll tell you why. There's a difference between what is and what should be. There's things that we should already have been excited for, huge moves in America moving forward. But the truth is that when we have Marvel franchise, Marvel property, where they're so successful, they have a collected gathering, a collected audience and following. Use that power for good. Use that to bring forward positive energy, motivate people, encourage others. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing this culmination of empowerment and encouragement for people who are trying to be in this acting game, who are of different ethnicities and feel that they're going to get typecasted for something that's cliche or stereotypical. That's not going to happen. And this movie shows you that anything is possible for all people in all walks of life. So that's what's exciting. Marvel is using their power for good by displaying that in their movies. And moving forward, Marvel, the future is good. It's looking bright.
Yep,
definitely.
It's looking bright. And I think that concludes another episode of Movie Sense. Yeah,
I think that does.
If you like what you see, like it and subscribe. And you say it better. How do you say it?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Movie Sense. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe button's going to be down there.
Yeah.
Right exactly where it needs to be, not any other crazy direction like Justin has it. I want to thank you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. We out.
Movie Sense out.
I like it.